Namaste students, Kushwa Vidya, I, JP and Dr. Vaishnavi, Assistant Professor Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the muscles contraction. Muscles contraction is an increase in the tension or a decrease in the length of the muscles. Muscles tension is the force exerted by the muscles on a bone or other objects. A muscle contraction is an isomeric if the muscles tension change, but if the muscle's length remains the same. So an example of the isomeric muscles contraction is holding a book in a same position. A muscle contraction or an isotonic if the muscle's length changes but the muscle's tension remains the same. How a skeletal muscles contraction begins. Executing the retraction of the skeletal muscles. The contraction occurs as a result of the conscious of the efforts or originating in the brain. So, if the say if you send an electrochemical signals through the somatic nerve, the system to the motor nerve, or that invert the muscles fibers. A single motor nerve with the multiple axon terminal is able to invert the multiple force or fibers, therefore causing all of them a contract at the same time. The contraction between a motor neuron or an axon remains the muscle fiber occur at the neuromuscular junctions. So the chemical synapses where a motor neuron transmit the signals to a muscle fiber and initiate a muscle contraction. So the process is by a signal is transmitted or a signal here is transmitted from a neuromuscular junctions. The sequence may begins with the action potential initiated by the cell body. Then the muscle contraction initiated with the depolarization of the sarcolemma caused by the entrance of a sodium ion through the sodium channel associated with the receptor. So the propagation of the action potential along the sarcolemma excited the portion of the excitation contraction coupling. Although the term excitation contraction coupling confuses with the scares or some students come across to the down the skeletal muscles fiber to contract its membrane must first be excited, or in other words it may be stimulated to the fire or the action potential. So the sliding of a filament here theory is the most widely accepted explanation how this muscle contraction in a cycle of the muscular events take place in a disc. The forming a crossbridge cycling. The process of crossbridge cycling is often begins with the myosin head binds to an actin filament, and the ADP and AI are also bound to the myosin head in the next stage. So the element of muscle contraction, as some of the ATP already available in a resting muscles, and then the muscles contraction start. The ATP is used in just a few seconds. So the glucose from the blood glycogen stored the muscles and can be used as more ATP. The glycogen breakdowns to form the glucose. So the resting or moderately active muscles can get most of the ATP they need for the contraction by the aerobic respiration. So this process takes place in the mitochondria of the muscle cells, and this process the glucose and the oxygen react to produce carbon dioxide, water and many molecules of the ATP. So here so when a heart failure occurs, a chronic condition when a cardiac muscles cannot contract forcefully and adequately supply oxygen, or a stroke when a blood clots or lodge an artery in the brain and cut off the brain. So the muscles contraction is an increase in the tension or a decrease in the length of the muscles. The muscles contraction is an isometric if muscles tension changes, but the muscles length remains the same. So the skeletal muscles contraction begins with electrochemical stimulations of the muscles fiber by a motor neuron. So this occurs at a chemical synapses and is called as the neuromuscle junctions, and a neurotransmitter of acetylcholine diffuses across the synaptic cleft. So cross-bridge cycling is a cycle of the molecular event that underlines the sliding filament theory. The ATP needed for the muscles contraction comes first from the ATP already available in the cell. So the pyruvate can be used to produce the ATP in an aerobic respiration if the oxygen is available, and if used in the anaerobic respiration. Thank you. This session is powered by 2.0 with the Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any queries, we'll discuss in the problem solving session.